Hey Taurus, TT here with a telepathic message from your person or persons. If you are new, welcome to our little love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. Please keep in mind that all of these messages are general. If you would like to get a personal, the link for my Wizio page is going to be in the description box down below. So let's go ahead and talk about today's reading, you guys. It's going to be a little bit different than the other telepathic messages that I have been doing thus far. Spirit has guided me um, to a specific spread that we came up with, and it is called Courting in the Spirit. All right, so please keep in mind that this could be past, present, or future. This is going to be more spiritual, where there's no time frame, there's no rigidity around when, where, or how this all occurs. This is really like a mediation, a medium type of conversation with the in the spirit realm. Okay, so it could apply from your perspective or their perspective. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to split it up and put like your energy on one side and them on the other side. That's normally how I do it. But again, this is going to be courting in the spirit. Who's currently courting you in the spirit realm? Who's currently getting to know you in the spirit realm? It may not have manifested yet. So even if you feel like, oh, I don't know who that person is, you may not have met that energy yet. Or you have and you haven't been able to identify the spirit realm or the astral body with the physical body. So try to be open or fluid when it comes to these messages. And let's just see, okay? So let's see. Who is courting Taurus in the spirit? I definitely am picking up strong Sagittarian energy. Not an actual Sagittarius sign, but the energy embodiment of that healer or that angel. Okay, they could be an earth angel in the spirit realm. This is someone that enjoys baths. This person really enjoys the spirit realm. They could daydream a lot. They have a lot of properties of water as well. This is someone that they may not like to wear a lot of clothes, or they like to let it out. I said let it out. They might like to be free, or wear loose clothing. This may also be someone that doesn't like to wear like a lot of tight fitted pants or shirts. They really prefer to have something that's breathable. So their astral body is very free flowing. Their astral body is very airy. This person likes to fly a lot. So I feel like this is someone that goes around to multiple people, or they visit a lot of people in the spirit realm. They're at peace when they're in their spirit body. I do feel like this is someone that they're a giver. All right, this person likes to give each individual soul, or all their soulmates, a piece of them. So like, let's say they have relationships in the spirit realm from previous lifetimes, or relationships in the spirit realm like ancestors, or galactic soulmates, or soulmates of descendants that haven't incarnated yet. They are always like checking in on them, or they're always spending time in meditation or in flow state or lucid dreaming state to connect with their spiritual team, their angels, their ancestors. But they have a lot of people in their soul tribe. I am picking up somebody that has a very large soul tribe, multiple soulmates. This is also showing me that this soul that you're courting in the spirit realm, they're very ancient, or they have, I heard Kemet, so they could be essential, connected to those lifetimes as well. They could have played roles in those lifetimes. I'm also picking up, there's something about the hands, okay, because I saw this, so it's like they could have like an extended thumb. or something about their hands is like, so there's a curvature, and I feel like this curvature is coming from like a lifetime or a signature body mark of being, of holding things in their hands. Could be staves, or they could have been holding their power in their hand, or they could have been mummified with it. All right, it's one of the things that's like a body trait I'm picking up. I'm also picking up strong Scorpio energy. This person, they are intentionally courting their soulmates in the spiritual realm to bring tranquility, harmony around perspective. This is someone that's very intentional with perspective. So when they court you in the spirit realm, you guys are exchanging perspectives. You guys are exchanging conversation around choices. All right. If you struggle with anything like procrastination, Taurus, or doubt, this is someone that comes to visit you to help you eliminate those insecurities. Imagine and think bigger. This is someone that helps you with discernment. Whoever this is, they have very good discernment. Yeah, shadow self and men in black. Okay. Denial, projecting, and shame. Stalking, intimidation, confrontation. So you could feel like you're not sure who's connecting with you. With the men in black, this is definitely undercover, which means that I feel like this person's spirit body, they may have a different hologram of how they show up in the spirit realm to their soulmates. It could be in the form of a shadow. It could be in the form of like just watching over you is what I'm getting. But it's like incognito. Okay, so this is someone that's courting you in the spirit realm where they're letting you make the decisions by yourself, or they're letting you confront certain things on your own. But if you fall too hard, or it's going to be a really hard choice, they come in and the spirit realm to help you confront some type of denial you might be having in regards to your own physical relationships, or your own relationships in connection with certain people. So like, let's say for example that you're dating someone in physical flesh, right? I feel like your person that's courting you is sitting back in the shadows, and they're like, is that a good choice? Do you really think that you should be with that person? And why do you think you should be with that person? You guys are having dialogue. That's what I feel here. Is that your feelings, or are they projecting that onto you? And you may be feeling like you don't know, or you're confused about your decision. It's because your person is asking you to see the people that you're connecting with in the physical realm for who they really are, not who you want them to be, or see them for who they are, and not allow your sacral energy, or your sacred sacral energy to be manipulated, to give it away to certain entities that may be trying to attach onto you because you are very angelic. So I will say your person in the spirit realm is highly advanced, okay? Because I feel like they've mastered a certain level of their shadow self, or they've mastered how to do things in moderation where it's not toxic. So this is definitely someone in the spirit realm. They're not toxic. This is someone, they have an inner peace. They have mastered their inner self. And they don't do things in excess, right? So when I say they don't do things in excess, they're not obsessively doing things. They're doing it in moderation. So they're allowing themselves to indulge, but it's not draining them, it's not depleting them, and it's not tying them to anything that is unhealthy for them, to the point where they're unable they see shit for what it is. That's what I see here. Like, they can see what's plaguing people. They can see, do they really know who they are? Are they really sure? Are they running on someone else's program? Is this something that was subliminally given to them? Is this a pattern? And this person is really, really good at assessing past life as well. So they could read someone or see someone in the physical flesh, and they could see probably everything that's ailing them. They may not even say anything to those people. This is also someone that doesn't tell everybody their ability. So in the physical flesh, they are, like I said, they sit back and allow people to make their own decisions, but they are helping you or assisting you with your relationships and your soulmates that you're meant to encounter before you encounter them physically. So you are in close courtship with your a spiritual, with your person in the spirit realm. Okay, they want you to know that. So we have Argathans. That's what I'm seeing here. I heard predate, manifesting, multidimensional perception, attunement. So yeah, this goes back. Okay, you see dinosaurs here. This goes back to whoever this person is that's courting you in the spirit. They may have like the physical flesh of here, like here on earth. They may have a human vessel, but I feel like they predate back to like their soul, right? Their spiritual body predates back to a period in time when it's like you guys were just light bodies, right? Just orbs. And as orbs, you didn't have a vessel. I feel like this person and you predate back to a time of civilization or a time in this dimension where you were just orbs, or something about just being light bodies. I see crystals, I see waterfalls, I see dinosaurs, mammoths, and it's saying manifesting multidimensional perception attunement. So this is something that they're doing in this lifetime. They are manifesting, okay? They're bringing some multi-dimensional perceptions, like I mentioned earlier, perspective, right? And attuning people to a higher frequency, a higher vibrational frequency. I also feel like it's something to do with the tall whites, messages, curiosities, and signs. So again, with these orbs, your person could have had a lot to do with, leaving these crop signs. That's how far back you guys come. You're not really from one dimension. You're multi-dimensional. So you've gone from dimension to dimension, agriculture, manifesting, gaining perspectives of multi-dimensions, and attuning to those frequencies so you can apply these keys in this lifetime, in this physical body or this physical flesh that you're inhabiting right now, okay? Or whenever you guys are inhabiting that reality. And I feel like this is something that you both have done more than once. It's like you're philosophers or people that go and from dimension to dimension, realm to realm, and you partake on different philosophies and you share different perspectives with like the natives of that land. So this may be someone that, yes, they're human, but their objective is to share this wisdom or this knowledge, this high vibrational knowledge or wisdom to people that may not know it. Okay. So that's your person, or the both of your mission is to share this information to like people that may not know about it, haven't been given the opportunity to of how to use it, or it's something about both of you. It's for the advancement in a balanced perspective. It's for like a tuning and advancing society or humanity from a balanced perspective, where it's equality, where it makes sense or it's mathematical, because it's there's some type of integrity that has been broken. There's some type of peace that has been distorted around relationships and how they're interchangeable, and it has something to do with the men in black and tall whites, uncertainty, distrust, guarded. So you may be like, let's say, boom, let's say for example we're here on earth, right? So you and your spiritual, you and your soul came here to earth, right? Since you last have incarnated, a lot has changed. Okay, which is telling me that both of you have incarnated multiple times prior to your this incarnation that you're currently in. The messages or the tools and resources that you left behind to advance humanity, maybe predating before Atlantis, or the Lumerian type of energy, that information or the signs and synchronicities, the messages or the mysteries of the universe, of the multi-dimensional universe that you guys left behind, that information was either destroyed, repressed or suppressed from humanity, right? Or suppressed from a specific group of people. It's something about stalking, intimidation, confrontation, anyone utilizing this intelligence from other dimensions has been wiped clean or removed from love, relationships, and soulmates. So we're talking about Two of Cups, right? Anything that has to do with a Two of Cups energy, soulmate, relationships, serenity around that duality, there's some information or multidimensional perspectives that have been removed, right? And it's imbalanced now because these tall whites here, uncertainty, distrust, and guarded, have given them another perspective. So in order to thrive on this planet, right, there's a certain balance that has to be maintained so you don't destroy your planet, right? The perspective that's been adopted is not of a natural state. Okay. The adopted perspective is from like an alien. It's foreign to the natives of this land. And when I say the natives, I am solely referring to human beings, or the bodies the vessels that enshrine these light bodies that were naturally here minding their damn business, right? So those light bodies were convinced to take physical form, right? Those light bodies were split into two. Those two bodies, masculine and feminine, now have to learn how to work in tandem with each other. Okay? But they were once whole. They were once one. They weren't divided. They weren't at war or conflict with each other. So if you pay attention to the Two of Cups in the relationship of how that harmony is restored or maintained, this is the beginning of many centuries of a distorted perception around the truth. How you became masculine and feminine, how that construct began, and what the overall purpose was of disconnecting you from your land or your natural state of being. And it's one thing to like say, okay, you stepped into this vessel and I'm still teaching you, or I'm still telling you who you really are. These vessels, right? These bodies have been lied to. You have distrust, guarded, and uncertainty. They have been lied to. You don't know who to trust. You don't know who's telling the truth versus who's telling the lies. So now you got to master discernment. Everywhere you go, there's this underlying secret agenda of, I'm going to manipulate you. I'm going to mind control you. I'm going to do certain things to you. And it's self-destructive to the Two of Cups serenity and tranquility energy. So what I'm seeing from the spirit realm, right, is that you need to be reintroduced to the mysteries of these dimensions. The more you're introduced to the mysteries of these dimensions, you're able to read between the lines. Okay? That translates into intuition. You no longer need books. You no longer need facts. You no longer need validation. You no longer need the attachment of your physical vessel. Essentially ascending you back to your higher self, which was always a light body of energy, a orb of energy that didn't need to be weighed down into a dense reality. I hope that makes sense. That's what this person is saying with all of these damn cards. Through that trust that you establish with your intuition, you'll stop doubting yourself. On your journey towards connecting to this person this soul that's been courting you in the spirit realm, you're going to notice that as you get closer to them, you doubt yourself less. As you get closer to them, you've mastered your discernment a lot faster. You're going to need these skills in order to be in a relationship or a connection with this high vibrational soulmate. And why you need these tools is because if you can't read between the lines, certain things would be your trigger. Certain things would delay the manifestation of it. You wouldn't know who you can trust. You would feel confused by your messages between you and this person. When changes arise, you need to know it, because you guys can't control each other on the physical realm. You guys have to be free to connect with other soulmates spiritually that need you, right? That are assigned to you. You still have work to do in the spirit realm, in the astral realm. So from a physical standpoint, you need to be able to confront, right? You need to be able to confront certain situations from a level-headed mindset, where you're not going to pop off and lose your cool, because you may experience certain things with your spouse where it comes with the intimidation from national security, or it comes with you being confronted with information from other sources that's trying to distort your perception around the both of you. I feel like because your spiritual spouse is teaching you this, Taurus, there's something about, take it how it resonates, one of you are already so far ahead than the other. Okay? With this 13 here. So this person one of you is waiting on the other person to get there. All right, let's pull out the tarot right quick. It's a part of healing and letting go and being able to constantly easily transmute experiences and lessons without it sticking onto you and you absorbing it and it becoming the thing that has the ability to manipulate or mind control you, which means it's either you're on the front line of something, or you are going to be in an environment, right, where you may be dealing with a very emotional person or people around you, Something to do with work and how to have a perfect balance, okay? Because y'all are still in two separate bodies. You're harnessing two separate energies, right? Because the vessels that were split, or the orb that was split in, that's really one soul, has been channeled into masculine and feminine, okay? For whatever you whoever you are, or however this is supposed to work, you guys have a perspective to play out in the physical flesh, but in the spirit realm, you're just light bodies, okay? Okay, who is Taurus courting in the spirit realm? What does Taurus need to know? Oh, this is major, Taurus. This is very major because I feel like someone is manifesting. You're not open to receiving right now. Once upon a time you were. So who you're courting in the spirit realm, this person is helping you process certain chapters that you have to close. So certain karmic relationships from your past, this person is helping you close out those cycles. All right. They're assisting you to deal with the regrets, how to forgive yourself, how to move on, how to see things from a different perspective. What did that mean? So they're pretty much teaching you or helping you process the emotional experiences from your past so you can move forward. So they're communicating to you in the spirit realm like, okay, you've learned all there is that you need to learn from this particular relationship or this particular soulmate, and it's time for you to, you've done that karma, you got that lesson, now it's time for you to move on to the next lesson. With this Queen of Swords and the Fool, this is now applying the lesson that you've learned. What have they shown you from the past? How have they proven to you that they are going to repeat the same cycles over and over again? And anytime that you have taken a person back, how did you walk away feeling? Did you feel like it was worth your time, right? Another year, another 10 years, another cycle? Or did you feel like it was a waste of your time? And then while you're still sad over the ones you've lost already, you still got a couple of more karmic soulmates to go through. So this person has been trying to help you ascend, essentially, and how to help you process these experiences a lot more quickly in alignment, so you can remain in alignment towards your destiny, because this person is a part of your destiny. And they got to be very mature, because for them to be teaching you this way, I feel like they understand. Like, this is no jealousy energy. They have to be extremely ancient, because it's like this person is helping. It's like they're using the spirit realm to help you manifest, okay? To help you process these things a lot more quickly, because you came with a lot of or your physical vessel that you the physical vessel that you took on, it came with a lot of patterns, cycles, and patterns that you would have to go through. This person's already aware that, so they could have had a reading done where a reader could have told them, with temperance and strength. Because I feel like, they could have got a reading done where they asked, like, who's my person? And so when certain cycles come about, like retrograde, or when certain cycles come about that help assist this person, they know how to use the planetary alignment to assist them in helping you receive their messages. through a clear state of mind. Clarity. Because you got the Magician here. And with Strength and Temperance and the Page of Swords, this is someone, yeah, neither one of you can control each other. They're very logical, structured, routine, disciplined for sure. It's like they're just like you from a mental construct, okay? From a spiritual construct. So this person got readings done about their future. They could have had their birth chart read, but what they did was a reader or astrologist or someone or an angel could have visited them and told them, hey, listen, your person is going to be going through karma for 10 years, 13 years. Your person's going to go through several different heartbreaks so they can complete some type of, there was some type of binding that was done. I feel like it could have been at the age of 4, but there was something that occurred, okay, that stunted someone's adolescence. And this stump in the adolescence, it was like the Men in Black. It was a hidden agenda. So it's like I think I did that before. It was like 7-Eleven, a channel message about 7-Eleven. Like, all this is starting to make a little sense right now. There was like a manipulation to where down to the date and time you guys were supposed to proceed forward in some type of energy, but someone was cloned or put into in the position of your person, and it locked in some type of karmic wheel or cycle of having to experience something. All right, now we could take it from an astrology standpoint and just say, oh, you were always meant to experience that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's no conspiracy, but nothing is impossible. So the fact that it came up as a thought for some people, that may be very well true. So with understanding that information, you could have rejected this person, or this person may have had to, you may not have been able to see their offer because of all these other relationships that let you down, whether it was your parents, whether it was all these things. But I don't feel like you were ever really intended, Taurus, to make it past a certain age. This was like a hit was out on you. You weren't intended to make it past a tender age of something, but you did. And because you did, it changed the trajectory of your timeline. So this timeline is now here to align you to somebody. Now, with this 7 of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it's put you in a position where you could be very suspicious. 8 of Swords, every last person that comes forward to you, whether it be from the past or just in general, it's like you may be very cutthroat. You may be very like no nonsense type of energy with anyone that tries to come with deceptive energy. That is stemming from you being so exhausted of being manipulated from the past, right? Now, this person that's coming in may share the similar memories. They may have a similar childhood or similar memories to yours from their childhood. They have trust issues as well. But this Temperance is saying that in the spirit realm, right, balance is being restored, patience is being restored, and the inner peace and moderation around your perspective in regards to this relationship or this connection is being healed. Okay, it's changing. 2 of Pentacles. So now you may have had 6 people you were trying to figure out what's the purpose of their life, of them in your life. You may be trying to really work on codependency. And with the Two of Pentacles, this is showing me that you've downsized your distractions to two things. This could be working yourself. You don't have much distractions anymore. You've cut those attachments and you've cut those cords. Now you're ready for union. Okay, so, and this is the fear. Now, the only thing that's going to trip you up is you may not be able to see this person. When I say see this person, you may not be able to identify who they are. And you may be defensive and you may be guarded. And you may feel like, oh, this is another person just trying to play with you. So now we're talking about insecurities. So the change in your perspective around independence is highlighted here. Why is independence important for Taurus? Okay. It's how long you've been waiting. The longer that you've had to wait, the longer that you've been having to, you know how they say sometimes you could be single for so long and you get to a point where you stop believing, you stop manifesting. Watch it, because it might steal your change. So every time I hear that spirit saying that's another trick that the men in black set up for you, because they knew that you tend to be impatient. And your impatience is going to really be tested during this season. And this is what the communication, your spiritual relationship has been trying to tell you, or your person has been trying to tell you in the spirit realm, is that your patience is about to be tested. Anyone that's meant to be in your life for a long period of time will also exhibit the same amount of patience. They won't rush you to become sexual. They won't rush you to be in a relationship with you. It won't be hasty. Okay? Anyone that's coming to you with like, I just love you, I just want to be with you, hasty energy, it's the men in black. Okay? They're agents. This person has been helping you manifest a sense of stability for yourself, Taurus. So you don't really need anyone to be codependent on. So there's no reason why you can't be patient. What are you tired for? You're tired of the routine, where it's like, instead of focusing on externalizing what you have to offer, maybe it's time to internalize it and give all of those seeds you want to give to other people to yourself, right? So looking at yourself and asking yourself, what things can I do to work on myself? And I don't mean just spiritual. I mean, what are your body goals? What are your house goals? What are your physical goals? What are your internal goals? What are your relationships with material value? How have they grown? How have they changed? This is a season for you, Taurus, especially with this Cancer full moon, I think it is, for you to take stock and reflect on how far you've come, right? You've done a lot of work thus far. You've done a lot of great things thus far. There's a lot to be grateful for. You don't have to hold on to anything. Now you can let go, because you're about to really realize that you were never ever alone. This was like the biggest thing you had to heal, which was your abandonment wounds. Your abandonment wounds would be triggered every time you've been left to be by yourself. It would cause you to go into this Queen of Swords energy, where you did become detached with nature. You become detached with your good nature out of the experiences that have tried to take you out, right? You don't have to do that anymore. You can let go. You don't have to possess this. You don't have to hold on to this. You don't have to hold on to something anymore. Look at that. And at that moment, you arrive. At that moment, that pattern breaks. At that moment, you then have transferred all of those experiences, and it serves you a higher purpose now, right? The wisdom has been transferred into something tangible. For some of you, that tangible thing will be, maybe you might develop something, but this is divine, which means you thought about it, your emotions are in it, You're doing the daily work. You have 369 consistently followed the patterns of the cycle of the seasons, and you manifest this, and now you have the physical vessel, right? Now your body's changed. You have the physical construct of what you want to look like. You got the physical reality of what you want it to look like. You have manifested this, and the divine assisted you spiritually. And look, for many of you, it's going to be a counterpart relationship. And that's the truth. Ooh, yeah. Now here's where it's going to get tricky, Taurus. Attention. How do you feel, right? Let's say you are dealing with someone. You had to break this pattern. You know why? Because let's say you or your person works in an environment where they get a lot of attention, or they have to spend a lot of time traveling for work, or they have to spend a lot of time pouring out into other people, whether that be in the community, whether that be in their lifestyle, their work, whatever it is. If you didn't get rid of that pattern, you guys would have been self-destructive to each other, the both of you, because the Six of Wands is saying it would trigger some type of jealousy. Like, that's mine. No one else should be able to see that, have that. So this is really the only reason why you want to control a situation or another person is out of fear that someone else would be able to take what you have in your absence. So this has been teaching the both of you to let go and surrender those control issues, and that it's okay to open up, and it's okay for someone else to communicate with the opposite sex, right? Because what if you're a therapist and you got to have someone sitting on your couch, or you have to be massaging people as a massage therapist, and if you're dealing with an insecure person or someone that hasn't dealt with those abandonment wounds, or feeling like, or possessive wounds, and they haven't learned how to self-soothe themselves and experience your love in moderation towards, they would be counterproductive to whatever your life purpose is, because they would try to control you, right? And vice versa. Let's say your person, they're a musician, or they're on the stage, or they are in close proximity with the opposite sex. You don't have to think that every single time someone is leaving the house that they're going to go talk to someone else. You won't have to worry that every single time someone travels that they're going to go and sleep with someone else. This is about, and then you're like letting that idle time be the men in black in your life. That idle time spinning its own narrative. That own narrative was coming from all the things I explained at the beginning of this video. It was a pattern that was triggered from abandonment, whether this be lifetimes or your childhood. So the both of you had to really shift your perspective around soulmates and relationships to release the need to control one another, and allowing you both to love each other from a balanced place, a peaceful place, and court through the spirit, so that you will understand and they will understand that no matter where you are in the world, you don't need the physical vessel to know that you guys are still together. You know what I'm saying? This is really like self-love to the 10th degree. And look, it's Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. This, y'all may have had old toxic relationships where people was like, where are you going? What time are you being back? Needing to like keep up with each other, keep track of each other. Y'all not gonna do none of that. Being possessive, like, that's my person. I don't want nobody else talking to them. All they want to do, so this person's not gonna mind if you have colleagues of the opposite sex, or vice versa. Look at this. It says, I long ago shut down those parts of me that wanted love, romance, and intimacy, but you make me long for those things again. So the number 9 is really all over this reading. And I had like a thought yesterday where the number 9 kept showing up, but it was coming up as a cartoon. I think there was a cartoon that was like called 9. I don't know what that means, but maybe you know in the comments. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving, even when it seems that I am not. So yeah, this person is coming. All right. Every time I see a white horse, this reminds me of like, oh, and then you have 1. So we have 1, 9, and 7. So the divine is really at the center. You guys have been on this journey of self-love for a reason, and it's all about to make a lot of sense, Taurus. It says, I think you're beautiful inside and out. I see the light that radiates from your soul. This is so beautiful. So take it how it resonates. This could be you that's still trying to open up and be more vulnerable in relationships, or this could be them, and the other person may be trying to like give a lot of love to this person, or get them to open up, and this person is not really opening up, and it's one of those things where, Taurus, you may have felt like, you know what, I gotta go, I can't repeat this cycle. This could be a trigger for you. But this person, is saying that they feel like you're beautiful inside and out. And then you have an overall mission of the number 4. So we got 4, 9, 1, 7. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. Yeah. So like I said, there's something about this person, or the both of you guys have this mission where you're of service in some capacity, and insecurity can't exist here. It says one of us is sad or angry, and that's creating an energetic match in frequency with the other. Stay conscious of this, and if possible, try to help us elevate. All right. Taurus, I'm sending you lots of love, wisdom, and guidance, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.